Good afternoon, this is the 39th of 53 consecutive 5-mile walks from the Gresford Disaster Memorial to the Miners' Rescue and back again. Today I'm taking exactly the same route as usual, but going a little further so I can meet Ruby Slippers before bringing her back to the route with me for a journey under Stansted Bridge, down Crispin Lane, around the racecourse to the Miners' Rescue, and yes, you've got it, back again. I've got to know Ruby a little bit on Twitter in recent weeks because she's been a great supporter of this project. She's over in Wrexham from the US at the moment, and by the looks of it, she's having a spectacular time. On this very spring-like day, this film will look at two things. We'll focus on the vibrant art studio at the rescue and the important role community arts play. But first, an introduction to Sue and Mervyn, both volunteers at the Miners' Rescue. Sue and Mervyn were kind enough to give me their time on Friday to provide a treasure trove of insights about the rescue and their own histories. These lovely people, a perfect example of the hard work and kindness in our Wrexham DNA, both come from mining families. Mervyn's family worked in the mines of Gresford, Cley and Plaspower, while Sue's in the Havard and Bersham collieries. Mervyn himself was particularly affected by mining tragedy. His tide was seriously injured in the pit, and he lost his father, Emir Roberts, who died aged 35 in a separate mining accident at Gresford in 1967. Mervyn was only 6 years old at the time. During the course of the next week, my plan is to share moments from the interview and share their insights into their own stories, the volunteer work they do for the Miners' Rescue, and the magic of the project. By way of introduction, I began by asking Sue and Mervyn how they met, before asking them both to describe each other in 3 words.
Mervyn and I have been married for 43 years, and we met whilst both working in the hospital in the Wrexham Miler after a blind date.
Yeah.
Met in September, engaged in December, and married in April.
Yeah. She was a fast worker.
Yeah, I thought you were Italian, but never mind.
Very direct. Very sincere, and supportive. Yeah, she's always got your back.
Great. And Sue, 3 words about Mervyn?
I'm going to say the writing of lists. Mervyn will write lists about lists and follow them eventually. But always gets trapped into doing the next thing on the list, and then he hasn't finished the first thing, but he still gets it done. And he loves to talk. He loves to talk to a lot of older people. He tends to have a lot of affinity with older people. The third thing I think is,
Thank you.
our boys. The boys come first with Mervyn. Dog second, me third. No, the boys, they come first.
And we'll hear much more from Sue and Mervyn over the next week. Now, the observant amongst you will notice I left the house in plenty of daylight, and I'm returning in plenty of darkness. There's only one person to blame for that, and that's Ruby Slippers. I was only intending to take her for a bit of the route, but she absolutely demanded she go to the turf, and who am I to argue? So a few hours later, we left, and so this is the second half of the walk, but in darkness. And from a purely selfish point of view, it's another opportunity to meet a wonderful human being to add to the list. Never foresaw it before it started, but I'm really, really pleased it's happened. So thanks, Ruby. But moving on to our other focus, community arts, which play a massive role at the Miners' Rescue, who provide inclusive social settings where people of all ages, abilities and backgrounds can share stories, gain new skills and bring their creative ideas to life. The rescue, from first-hand experience, are committed to making it a warm, welcoming environment for anybody who wants to develop their artistic skills. The rescue run an impressive array of classes and workshops for children and adults, and there's also opportunities for people with learning disabilities to express themselves through art. So, visit the Rescue's Facebook page, website, or pop in for more details about classes and events for adults of all abilities, teenagers, younger children, the mini art buds, and you bring your own group run by local artists, which provides opportunities to meet others, share ideas, and make new friends. This walk was dedicated to Ernest Price, Samuel Price, Joseph Pridding, Mark Prince, and William Prince. And tonight's song is Everyday People by Sly and the Family Stone.